I beg your pardon, has introduced a counter-subversion bill 2024, which aims at to impose stringent penalties on individuals involved in separatist agitations or action that incite intergroup or sectional conflict. And of course, according to the proposed legislation, anyone convicted of such offenses could face a prison sentence of up to 25 years, a fine of 10 million, or both. So you could go to prison and might still also pay the amount
for you to choose. But that's not all about the fine we have here in Nigeria. Yes. We also see that the House of Reps seeks a 10-year prison sentence and 5 million naira for Nigerians who refuse to recite the national anthem. Now, this is the House of Representatives. They have introduced the Counter-Subversion Bill 2024, which aims to impose stringent penalties on Nigerians who fail to recite the national anthem. Now, according to the proposed legislation, what is to happen is anyone who is found guilty of refusing to recite the national anthem, the new national anthem, you know, it's new now because we never used it before.
Exactly. Yes.
So yes, the person is faced with the risk of being fined 5 million naira and 10-year prison sentence, or both again. Now, anyone who destroys a national symbol or place of worship shall be liable to the same punishment. Definitely. And this bill was sponsored by the Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and is set to pass for second reading. Where its general principles will be debated as well. And okay.
Yes, and not even just that alone. Meanwhile, it states that anyone who sets up an illegal roadblocks, performs unauthorized traffic duties, imposes an illegal curfew, or organizes an unlawful procession will be subject, I beg your pardon, will be subject to a fine of 2 million naira, 5 years prison, or both upon conviction. However, the bill imposes a fine of 4 million or a 2-year prison sentence for anyone convicted of insulting, defaming, embarrassing, or bringing into disrepute the leadership of a community, religion, lawful group, local government, state, or federal government. The governments are not smiling.
Yes. Talking about bills to be passed yet again, a new bill is about to be passed, yes. And that bill says if you insult any politician, you get 2 years in prison or 4 million naira fine. If you refuse to sing the national anthem, which we have said,
yes,
you will get 10 years in prison and 5 million naira fine. And if you protest, 5 years in prison. I mean, some people say, I refuse to believe that this is happening in Nigeria because according to reactions out there, it's more like our rights are about to be sniffed out of our noses. You know, it's more like when someone
where we're going to be scared of talking.
Yes.
You know, so that freedom of speech is definitely going to be withheld a little bit.
So there's freedom of speech, but you have to use your speech with wisdom.
Definitely.
You know, it's looking like now I'm talking based on the reactions that people have put out there.
Yes,
because the basis of our conversation will be exactly about how people feel about these new laws that are being passed and, you know, what they think is a threat to. For some people, it is a threat to democracy.
Yes.
We're looking at where politicians, the presidents, the governors, the senators, elder statesmen have come out to say, in fact, most recently, President Olusegun Obasanjo has had lots and lots of comments he's put out there. We're looking at a place where we need to promote democracy in its truest and its finest forms. Now, this is a contradiction to that core. We want democracy or we don't want democracy. But we cannot hold democracy. We cannot claim that we want democracy on one hand, and everything that proves that a person can enjoy a democratic government is being snatched away from you using the law as a backing. So this is the basics for our conversation for today. What do you think about these bills that are about to be passed? Because in no time, it's how quick these things pass for second readings for me.
Yes.
It's how quick they become laws for me.
Definitely.
But I'd leave the
Let's
deliberation.
see how that will be for the country, if that is going to help, you know, to curb a whole lot of negative side that is going on already. Let's see how that works for us. Is it on the good side or whatever? I don't know.
We'll get to know
I'm
what
speechless.
We'll get to know what you guys think, but
Yes.
first you've got to dial our number 090-7353-0044. Remember, you are sticking to the number right down there on 090-9705-44 and 50. Hola, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Martha. I'm Hodire. How are you doing? So always appreciate you for giving us this great privilege and this platform to call and contribute. And I want to sincerely appreciate you. Hodire, I appreciate you for the weekend program. Keep it up. We appreciate.
Thank you so much.
I want to greet Dr. Olajide. I greet him. I see him as my elder brother. I greet him too. I want to commend the government for buying 70 CNG buses for local producer. I say kudos to them in the sense that they are encouraging the local manufacturer. If they can be able to do that. In fact, that is the first time, in fact, we are getting that. And remember the past administration? Yes, I remember even the vehicle for this Nigerian army and so on and so forth. They have been patronizing this some motto. Honestly, to be sincere, I want a time will come that Nigeria will use Nigeria made in Nigerian vehicle. Like German, they make made in German vehicle. That's what they use for their president. Americans, they use their vehicle made in America for their president. India, they use Tata and other vehicles for their president. I also want Nigeria to become a country one day that will make made in use Nigerian vehicle for our president and the government officers. Then come to the issue of this law. I want these people to know that. See how this law is getting speedy. This is second reading. They should know that they will remain in power forever. As they are passing this bill, they should know to understand that one day too they will be like the masses, that they want somebody to speak for them. If they are to pass this law, they should sit down very well and cross-check it. How is this law? How is it going to affect the people? And how is it going to affect them when they are out of power? As the president, highest 8 years. As the governor, highest 8 years. Maybe you become a senator. That's all. But no crown remain for someone head forever. Today is your turn. Tomorrow may be somebody's turn. As you're passing this law, be thinking, be careful, so that it may not bounce on you. Thank you so much for giving me the privilege.
Thank you, Selassie, for that contribution. Let's keep it coming through on 090-7353-0044 or 090-9705-44 and 50.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, baby blessing.
Hey, matter, the matter. Honey Rain.
Good morning, blessings. Good to have you.
God will bless you. I think they don't breathe the fire call for now for prison, huh?
Sorry,
so
we didn't get that.
Don't worry. They don't pass that. They don't pass the bill. But they cannot pass the bill for fuel. They cannot pass the bill for hunger. They cannot pass the bill for security, whether they rubbish people every day. But they pass the bill. If you say anything, if you come and protest, like if you steal money, somebody catch you, say you steal money, they put you for prison. So I want to ask, who shall go be their prison where you go contain them? I tell the governor or any person that bring that law or that sign that law, may it build more prison, because the one way then is too small to pack people enter. I think before you go pack people enter prison, you go first of all remove the one where they did there. You go first of all ask what the people do. And I thank God for increasing the lawyer salary so that when they go judge our case well, no problem, God dey. If you still say that seat where you dey and then you go there forever, you fail. You no go there forever. If you still say that money where you get or what you soak yourself put you, now it go keep you alive, you fail. But a day will come, judgment will come to you. They say my people that are harder for you, how you stay harder there, how you stay suffer there. Judgment is waiting for them. No problem. That be say we cannot bust our boys' house. When you are doing wrong thing, we cannot correct you. Now, which people go make for outside country where they insult our? You couldn't have said outside country they are insulting that they are corrupt. Which people go contain them? God, let them remember God. Though there is judgment on the day where they go come out.
Thank you,
God
Bibi
bless you. God bless our.
Thank you for that contribution. Let's keep it coming through. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Macha and Holloway.
Comrade. Good morning to you.
Yeah, how was your night?
It was
fine.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Great you. Let me give you an adage in Hausa before I proceed.
Oh, okay.
In the Hausa adage, they said, mulki tana kaman kujerar wazami. Idan aka gama ma aski za ka tashi wani ya zauna. Let me interpret what I said. It says crown or power is just like seat of a barber. Once it's done with you, you won't be there forever. You step up, another person will sit. I'm referring this adage to our leaders. Before, President Buhari was called President Buhari. He's in charge of the national affair of this country. But today, he's called former President Buhari. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying this because the level our legislators are passing bills that are not relevant to the life of Nigerians speedily is different from the one that can change the life of an ordinary Nigerian moving on the street. For you not to sing the national anthem, you will go to jail for 10 years and the option of fine of 5 million naira. We saw people who looted our money with evidence, but they never convicted. They were never convicted. They were never sent to jail. You see, that proverb is a very strong proverb. They will leave that seat and be watching back. Is that what we did? I don't have much to say. They should reflect on the life of Nigerians and their life as well. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you for that contribution.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
My name is GB.
Hi, GB.
Good morning, GB.
Yes. I have some challenges, or what would I say, not really challenge. I have something against Sumatra matter.
What have I done this early morning?
No, this one is just this one. There's nothing harmful anyway. It's nothing harmful.
Please, why won't you just fight her in peace now?
Yeah,
what is the problem? What is it? Okay, let me hear you, G. What are your concerns this morning?
Listen now. I was out of Abuja yesterday, and I said, okay, let me listen to that golden voice. I went to the YouTube. I searched nothing live. All I saw there were old.
Yeah. Our network was.
I'm so sorry.
Now?
We're so sorry about that, GB.
Apologies.
We're having I think it's a general thing here in Abuja that
the
network
was
is
very
terrible.
poor.
So even if we get to stream these videos, they're not clear enough and stuff. So we just decided to pause on that for a bit and then we do a bit of work before we resume streaming.
Okay.
But I think we're streaming right now.
Yeah, we're streaming right now. Actually, sorry about that.
Okay.
All right, let's hear you.
Okay. About CNG buses, you see, when somebody came about 3 or 4 weeks ago that they launched thousands or how many hundreds of CNG buses, I said no, nothing like that. At least for the past for the past 1 week, we have seen about 70 somewhere, 20 somewhere, or 30 somewhere. There's no way government will launch CNG buses and they will do it at the backyard, or they will cover it up. So we have been expecting to see CNG buses, and this is one of the selling points the government has to sell them, to get the people to trust them. So why would they do it and we don't know about it? We quite appreciate the effort that they are bringing in people in trickles, but let them do more. People are waiting for these CNG buses. Let me tell you today that many people have lost their job in Abuja because high cost of transport.
Yes.
Especially the low earners, cleaners, security, those who are seen selling food in bukas, in cafeteria. Because all these people live outside Abuja, and what they take to come to Abuja is almost like 80% of their salary they pay them for that menial job they are doing to survive. Many of them could not come to Abuja again. So, but if government can roll out these CNG buses, as they promise that it will crash the price of transportation by almost 50 to 60%, then you see that these people can regain back their job, because once the transport is taken care of and they are something, people will get job.
All this hunger here and there is what people could not have money to buy the food. Let me tell you, inflation is all over the world. But outside there, they get the money to buy what they want. In Nigeria here, we don't get the money to buy what we want. That's why we say there's hunger. So government should not just be bringing in 10 and 50. Bring this thing. They promised like we will get it in March. We could not get it. They promised after the democracy day we could not get it. Now this is August. Let them bring it from wherever it is. And also I feel that they are personally the local manufacturer or assembler. Let them do it as quick as possible. Then, however, seen on the TV that the CNG kits have been distributed. I've not seen anyone.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone. So if you have any information where it is distributed, let us know. Because if they distribute it, let them focus on the transporter and all this commercial transport, interstate. Because interstate transport is very expensive now. I travel to Lagos by air, but within Lagos and Ogun State, I know how much I spend. Because there's and look, it should not be so.
Yeah.
So if there's CNG buses, let them encourage the transporter to get it free, so that they can, so that it will crash out the price of transportation. If we can solve the problem of transportation in Nigeria and food, I'm telling you, I don't think people will ask for any protest again.
Yeah.
These two things are really hurting people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
GB.
so
Thank you
much.
for that contribution right there. And I like the angle he came from, talking about the CNG buses, because we've had people come out here and make claims that the CNG buses are actually in use. But this is Nigeria, where even the
Nothing
tiniest
can be
achievement,
hidden.
yes, nothing can be hidden. And we have people in power who want to let you know what they have done. Because we have lots of talks about, oh, they're not doing anything. The
So
government
they want
is just
you
there.
to
They
know
don't
what they are
understand.
doing.
Yes.
So they want everything to be visible,
Yes.
so everybody can see it.
And look at it, Holy Way. Since the promises that are being made about the CNG
Yes,
buses,
yes.
we are having the first 70 being rolled out. Now, who with these 70 buses service?
Service. That's
Is it
the
just
thing.
Lagos State that already has the blue rail working for them? There are other states who still suffer the deficiency of how they call it now, proper transportation system, like in the FCT. Imagine people coming from the outskirts of the city.
Just like he talked about,
just like
right?
he talked
So if
about.
we can have these buses, like 2 to various states, one to some states and one company, transport company, and all of that, it will definitely enhance our transportation.
It's a step in the right direction that we already have 70, and of course, even better, we are patronizing the local market.
Yes.
But
Yes, but it's a good thing that for the first time, they want to patronize our own producers, manufacturers, let me use that word. We have the likes of lots of them. So many people are doing stuff that need to be encouraged. And they are also very fine. It's not like it's not good. And by doing that, they will also have money to improve their work and also whatever it is that they are manufacturing. So it's a good one.
All right.
That we are patronizing ourselves.
people were still here and we're still at it, talking
And,
on the general open banters. Please get your calls coming through. Let's know what your thoughts are about the stories we have rolled out for today. Now, most importantly, one of the most famous stories we have talked about here on radio today would be the bills, the numerous bills that are being passed into law, ranging from that of the separatist group or to that has to do with people who refuse to recite the new national anthem, or people who insult politicians and what have you.
Let's just say use hate speech rather on politicians.
So yes, I would love to know, we would love to know what your thoughts are about this. And the numbers to call are 090-7353-0044 or 090
8766
that's
97054450. That's the WhatsApp number, so you can send us a WhatsApp message, text message, or voice note to the number 090-97054450, letting us know what you think about the story that we are discussing.
we have lined up for today. Now, a lot of people would have numerous things to say as regards this, and personally,
I think this whole bill, right, it might just be a good direction, especially for people in the social media sphere. There's been a whole lot going on there. Hello.
How are you?
Fine. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Now, baby, bless you.
Bless him
Okay.
quickly so that we can have other people contribute.
First of all, I greet my brother today. The first time that he spoke well, GB. I want to ask, make na help us ask our Nigeria, our government, because we there for the Nigeria. We want to know, Nigeria want to know, they can't insult, where they are insult politicians, where they will pass out or be.
All right, Blessing, that's okay. We have a couple of people who we also need to, pay attention
contribute,
to. So they're not allowed to call more than once. Let's keep it coming through on 090-7353-0044. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mata.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mata.
All right.
Yes, this is Paul.
Yes, okay. It's good to have you. So let's hear you.
I think the next deal is for them to stop us from calling radio stations, huh?
No, even on radio stations, you can definitely control what you say on air.
Mata. Don't we have priority, views that are very important? If this country was working well, would somebody be forced to retire national anthem?
Some people, I think the angle of that bill, Paul, will be people still sticking to reciting the old ones.
National
Yes,
anthem.
because they don't know the new national anthem. I think that's the angle they're coming from, not refusing to recite it at all.
So it's just for us to work together.
I like to speak with evidence.
Okay.
Can I give you an instance that is calling for all these kind of things? You remember this woman, Yusuf, that they cited the national anthem and she refused to stand up.
Yeah, yes.
You remember that? And then they're talking of, apart from that, they're talking of people who are politicians. What is this now?
So, Oga,
This
Paul,
is-
if you insult me now, you will pay fine. You are going to pay for it.
What about the things that are fighting us? They will not ban this National Assembly like secondary school. They have protectors there. They have doctors there. Is it the only bill they can come up with? Even after all this end bad governance, they're supposed to have sat down to look at a lot of bills that will better the lives of Nigerians. But they're beginning to put us. They want to guard everybody from talking. The politicians that come and say anyhow and just go anyhow. That's how it is. Look, we have better things now. We have a lot of things that we can think of. And as for the transportation, Abuja is not due for all those kind of blue lines. There's a law working in Abuja. Railways that go to Kuba, go to Zuba, go to Gogalada, go to Yanya. And all people on the road. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Paul, for that contribution right there.
I think we just need to understand that these bills being passed right is to control the way we talk. There is no country that can exist without these misunderstandings or without hardship or without trial times. Do you understand? But the way in which we ourselves are going about it just need to be controlled so that we don't embarrass our country, before every other country that is listening or watching us. Everything we do is being watched by other people around too. Just like during the protest, raising another country's flag, that's raised really an eyebrow, and even the president of
Come to think of it, Rachel,
talked about it too.
Yes, I understand that these measures are being put in place to control all of these things. But is that really what we should be dealing with right now, Rachel?
No, it's not what we're supposed to be dealing with right
My
now,
issue-
especially for the fact that we have more pressing issues to be, to be
so
attended
my issue
to.
is never about the policy. My issue is about the timeliness and the relevance of that policy to the time we're in right now. This is
So
a
it
time
feels more like we are deviating
from
from the
the
real
thing.
concentration
Exactly.
and diverting to something that
something
is
else.
not that of importance.
Yes,
I get.
I think right now, if I'm hungry and you're insulting me, the most important
It
thing
will
to me right
aggravate,
now will be for me to eat. when I eat, then I can see who is insulting me.
Yes.
But if I don't eat, I'm not able to even think about all those things. So it's looking like a me first kind of situation. And this is why like a lot of Nigerians have raised their brows about this new policy.
Yes.
I pray this is not a system that takes the voice away from the people. I'm hoping really that
it shouldn't get to that.
Yes, it doesn't get to that.
Yes.
Because these are the kind of things that causes, the kind of resistance we saw from the first August 1st protest. It's things like this that make the people think, okay, our feelings don't count. We don't matter. So we'll do what we can to also ensure that you hear our voices.
Definitely.
I'm hoping that, these things are just shoved aside, and the most important thing, which is insecurity as of right now, is dealt with. Especially after what happened in Benue State over the weekend and what is still happening. I'm really hoping that
around the country, a lot is happening.
The government does something to address that issue. But I think that's pretty much where we'll be able to, how much
and much we can take on this segment. And don't forget, the next segment is the Agropreneur, where we will be talking about planting crops on time. We will have intensive conversation on that. Our guest is ready for us to have that conversation. And don't forget that you can go follow us on all social media handles at Eagles FM Abuja. Join our live stream on Facebook and YouTube and drop your comments right there, and we'll take it up from there. But don't forget, no using of hate speech. Let's see how we can protect the dignity of our country and also we as individuals. That's much I can say.
All right. Thank you, people. See you right there, and keep it locked in.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.